The Census of Marine Life is really an effort to just see what lives in the ocean and to make people aware of it. There's a huge amount of diversity there, and until fairly recently, we simply didn't have the technology to look. This is it's an amazing exercise in international cooperation, as well as an amazing exercise in understanding what 70% of our planet. I mean, part of the importance of this is that countries all over the world are now recognizing that for managing fisheries and for managing oceans, we need to think about whole ecosystems. But the other area of highest diversity is over here between Australia. Well, the five leading areas for diversity are in fact Australia. They have a lot of water there, and China, and Japan, and the Caribbean, and finally the Gulf of Mexico. What people normally think of as marine life, whales and dolphins and walruses, are really only represent 2% of the total diversity in the ocean. Much more diverse are the crustaceans and the mollusks. The most endangered areas are, in fact, the enclosed areas like the Mediterranean and the Gulf, the Baltic Sea, and areas that are not open to the rest of the ocean. There were problems in the Gulf of Mexico even before the oil spill. There are areas called dead zones off the mouth of the Mississippi, and this is the result of having so much farming runoff from the modern fertilizers. In my work with the Exxon Valdez spill, one of the problems was that we didn't have a before picture, and so there's been a lot of confusion about what's recovering and what's not recovering. But I think that in the Gulf we have that. One could suggest that the fact that nobody's interested in eating the shrimp could be good for the shrimp. It's one less loss that they have to worry about. On the other hand, I'm being a little facetious here. The impacts of the chemicals in the oil on the life is probably much more serious. One of the exciting things about being involved in the census is that we've really shown that the age of discovery isn't over. There are at least 1 million species that need to be described in the ocean, and we're only about 25% of the way to doing that.